Hey there, Chris from Mighty Decibel. Welcome back. It's the last Thursday of the month, which signals that it's time for our Best Albums of the Month episode, where we name the top albums in 4 categories. And I'd have to say that this month has been the best so far this year. Just tons of great stuff coming out. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first of our 4 categories that we're going to cover here is extreme metal, as we always do. And there are no less than 6 albums this month that are worthy of covering here, in our opinion, my opinion. So the first 3, we're just going to give them honorable mentions, and the last 3, we'll actually talk about them and give you some sound bites so you can hear them. First of the honorable mentions is Morbid Breath, In the Hand of the Reaper. So this is some accessible Swedish death thrash with a strong Slayer overtone. The second one is Conquerors with Stormbringer. So that's some tough black thrash out of France. And then the third of our honorable mentions go to Bomber with Black Ultra Anarchy. Debut full length here. Attitude dripping black speed punk out of France. Okay, so move on to our highlighted albums, and we're going to start with the irrepressible black metal noisemakers Impaled NAZARENE, their 13th album called Eight-Headed Serpent. So these guys aren't slowing down or mellowing out, not a bit. This is blistering nuclear holocaust-inducing blackness for the disenfranchised. Amazing. Our second extreme metal album for May is HECATOMB, Horrid Invocations. So this is some raw and bestial Australian death metal with a recurring 90s black metal guitar tone. Really interesting stuff. So this is bracing extremism that'll have you looking over your shoulder in fear. Our third and final release that we're going to highlight here for May in the extreme metal category is the new EP from US black metal unit Grinning Death's Head called Cataclysm. So this is some searing, unrepentant black metal with a hint of mysticism. Doom metal didn't let down the side in May. There's 4 great albums here that you should consider. The first 2 we're going to just give honorable mentions to. First one being High and Heavy with their new album Five, probably their 5th album. So this is down-tuned, bass, blubbering stuff that'll wound your subwoofer. And the other one is KHIRKI with an unpronounceable debut out of Greece. So this is clean, radio-friendly vocals heightened by some great and original riffing, along with some native to Greece musical overtones. So some very cool, doomy hard rock here. The first of our highlighted albums, though, is going to be God's Right Hand, the debut EP from UK's PARISH. So old school doom here, lots of 70s Sabbath references, along with melodic vocals. So you get 4 tracks over 14 minutes, and all I gotta say is bring on the full length. Second of our highlighted doom albums for the month of May is the self-titled debut from Portugal's Black Flare. So crushing, ultra-listenable doom here with rough and roar vocals akin to Alabama Thunder Pussy's Kyle Thomas. If you're going to check out one album, this is the one, my favorite album of the month, regardless of genre. On to hardcore punk now. We have 3 albums. First one, just an honorable mention to BIPOLAR with their 5-track, 6-minute EP called Process of Desperation. So this is some raw and rowdy punk out of Greenland. So my native Toronto gets represented here with this month's best hardcore punk album, in my opinion. It's Last Agony with their new album, The Imminent Slaughter. So volatile, ferocious, uncompromising are just some of the adjectives that you can use to this. And when they hit high gear, I think the appropriate response is, holy shit. The second highlighted hardcore punk album of the month goes to LEBRE FRITA with Cabresto. So LEBRE FRITA hit our hardcore punk list for one of the top albums of 2020. So not a surprise that they're appearing here. So again, the Bandcamp still lists this Portuguese unit as an experimental power pop punk band. I've listened to 2 of their releases now. I have yet to hear any pop references whatsoever. Sure, there's some punk and a little bit of experimental side in there, but perhaps it's tongue-in-cheek. Anyway, the strength of this band is their physically assaultive rhythmic approach here, just punishing. Okay, our fourth and last category is hard and heavy. So this is everything else that's heavy that didn't fit on the first 3 categories. So usually here you got your trad metal, your power metal, your hard rock, your melodic punk, rock and roll, anything of that nature. And it's a little light this month compared to the other 3 categories, but I got a couple of albums that I can point you to. First is an honorable mention to Dropkick Murphys with Turn Up That Dial. So this is the 10th album from the veteran Celtic punk unit. Fun stuff. But definitely the hard and heavy album of the month goes to BLAZON RITE with their Endless Halls of Golden Totems release. So this is one of those ones that just keeps drawing you in listen after listen. You know, first time I heard it, I went, yeah, I like this. And then I kept on playing it. I really like this. Now I'm at the point where I'm saying, wow, this is freaking great. I love it. I give it an 8.5 right now, and it could grow even higher in stature over time. So their calling card is epic heavy metal with memorable hooks and choruses, along with victorious vocals, clearly enunciating the tales of battle, butchery, and betrayal. So if you dug last year's Blood Hails Steel, Steel Hails Fire from Megaton Sword, you're going to like this one. So that's it. Lots of great stuff for you guys to check into for the month of May. Hopefully June's is good or better. Anyway, remember to check in on Mondays for our new Release Monday series. And then on Tuesdays is our In 40 Minutes episodes where we curate the best 40 minutes of underground bands or eras of bands. And then Thursday is our catch-all where we do our best ofs, top 10s, anything of that nature. And also check out our website, www.themightydecibel.com, where you'll find album reviews and that yellow button on top, which leads to our Discogs store, where you can pick up some of the CDs that you see behind us. There's vinyl, there's cassettes, DVDs, all sorts of good stuff. So see you later.